I never thought replacing my old dented mailbox would spark a neighborhood war. It was rusty, leaning like the Tower of Pisa, and honestly, embarrassing. So one Saturday morning, I put up a brand new mailbox, sturdy, stylish, matte black with a brass handle. The kind of mailbox that says, I receive bills, but I do it with class. But apparently, my mailbox said something else to Karen. She stormed over, clutching her HOA binder like it was the Bible of suburban law, and snapped, Karen, that monstrous box is an unsightly abomination that will single-handedly drag our entire property market into ruin and despair. I blinked. Me. Karen, it's a mailbox, not a meth lab. Oh, and before we go further, subscribe now, because this mailbox war is just getting started. The very next day, there it was. A letter from the HOA. The subject line, Violation, Unauthorized Mailbox Installation. I opened it, and it read like a crime thriller. HOA Board Letter. Your mailbox does not conform to the uniform aesthetic standards of the neighborhood. Immediate removal is required. Uniform standards? Half the street had mismatched mailboxes. One guy had duct tape holding his together. So I ignored it. Cue Karen marching across my lawn with her camera phone, snapping pictures like she was building evidence for the FBI. Karen, every click of this camera is one more nail in the coffin of your non-compliance. Me. Keep clicking, Karen. Maybe you'll unlock a new iPhone achievement. By midweek, she was in full meltdown mode. I caught her standing in front of my mailbox, pointing at it like it had personally insulted her. Karen, this vile structure reflects poorly on me, on my home, on my reputation, and on every single person who dares call this street their own. I leaned against the fence. Me. Karen, it's a mailbox, not a statue of me flipping you off. Relax. That didn't help. She called the HOA hotline on speakerphone, right there in my yard, yelling so loud the mailman slowed down just to laugh. Sure enough, I was summoned to an HOA meeting. Karen walked in like a lawyer prepping for a Supreme Court case, arms full of glossy printouts of my mailbox from every possible angle. Karen, this grotesque metallic intrusion has shattered harmony, ruined balance, and dragged down the collective soul of this once proud community. The board turned to me. HOA President, do you have anything to say for yourself? I leaned back, crossed my arms. Me, yeah, it's a mailbox. Mail goes in, bills come out, and Karen loses her mind. End of story. Half the board tried not to laugh. Karen gasped like she'd been betrayed. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this HOA circus, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Saturday morning, I was sipping coffee when 2 squad cars rolled up. The officers walked over, trying not to smile. Officer 1. We got a call about an unlawful structure threatening neighborhood peace? Karen came running like she'd rehearsed the whole scene. Karen. Officers, this hideous monstrosity devalues my property, tarnishes our image, and stands as a towering threat to all law-abiding residents. The cops looked at my mailbox, then at me, then at each other. Officer 2. Ma'am, it's a mailbox. I nearly spit out my coffee. After the cops left, Karen went nuclear. I started getting fine notices. $50 for mailbox noncompliance. $100 for neighborhood aesthetic damage. $150 for failure to remove hazardous object. I pinned them to the fridge like they were my kids' artwork. Every time Karen saw me at the mailbox, she hissed, Karen. Every day that mailbox stands, our property values sink deeper into the abyss. Me. And yet, Karen, my Zillow estimate just went up $5,000. Karen finally dragged me to small claims court. She strutted in with binders, charts, and color-coded tabs like she was running a TED Talk. Karen, this man has unleashed a metallic menace that threatens stability, peace, and prosperity within our entire community. The judge turned to me. Judge, sir, what do you have to say in your defense? I took a breath, smiled, and said, me. Your Honor, it's a mailbox. One that looks a whole lot nicer than Karen's attitude. The courtroom chuckled. The judge banged the gavel. Judge, case dismissed. Karen looked like she'd just lost the presidency. When I got home, the kids were waiting at the mailbox, decorating it with little magnets and stickers. Karen stood across the street, arms crossed, muttering like a villain who lost in the final act. I raised my coffee mug toward her and said, "Long live the mailbox." If you loved watching Karen lose her mind over my mailbox, hit that subscribe button because this HOA circus never ends.